I made the best universe mode, but it's 2004. In this video, we will discover who the Royal Rumble winner has chosen to face at WrestleMania, and whether Eddie Guerrero can overcome Brock Lesnar to become the WWE champion. Let's start with week 1. Monday night, Raw kicked off with Evolution making their way to the ring. Evolution was coming down to address the WWE fans in attendance. Triple H started talking about how dominant this group is and how they run Monday Night Raw, boasting that they hold all the titles. He also advised the winner of the Royal Rumble or any other superstar in the back to steer clear of them. That's when the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, came down to confront Evolution. Shawn took a mic and said to Triple H that although some of the guys backstage might be afraid of dealing with Evolution and being outnumbered every time, he was not afraid and wanted a shot at the title at WrestleMania 20. Triple H looked at Shawn and said, "Hey Shawn, it's funny, you might not even make it that far." They planned to attack Shawn, and that's when Rob Van Dam came down to help. However, they were still outnumbered. Then Goldberg also entered the fray, evening the odds. As a result, Eric Bischoff decided to schedule a 6-man tag team match for later tonight. In the first match of the night, we witnessed the Dudley Boys facing off against Christian and Chris Jericho in a match to determine the #1 contenders for the tag team titles held by Evolution members, Batista and Ric Flair. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the match, Christian turned on Jericho, ending their friendship and costing them both the opportunity. The Dudley Boys capitalized on this betrayal by executing the 3D on Jericho, thus becoming the new #1 contenders. In the second match, we saw Lita facing off against Victoria, with the winner earning the right to face Trish Stratus next week on Raw. Lita emerged victorious in the match after delivering a lead assault on Victoria, securing her position as the new #1 contender for the Women's Championship. It was time for the main event, the 6-man tag team match pitting Evolution against the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, Goldberg, and Rob Van Dam. The match quickly descended into complete mayhem. Ric Flair sneaked up from behind and struck Rob Van Dam with a chair. Then the Dudley Boys rushed to the ring, engaging in a brawl with Batista and Flair. On the other side, Goldberg was inadvertently taken out by a superkick from Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton capitalized by hitting him with an RKO. Shawn Michaels, not one to back down, retaliated by delivering a superkick to Orton. It was at this moment that Triple H seized the opportunity and hit Shawn with a pedigree, securing the victory for Evolution. However, after the match had concluded, the winner of the Royal Rumble made his way to the ring and locked Triple H in the crossface submission hold. The show came to an end with Triple H tapping out in the crossface. SmackDown Week 1 kicked off with a #1 contender match to determine the challengers at No Way Out for the Tag Team Championships. The match featured Bradshaw and Farouk, Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty, and Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Rikishi and his team emerged victorious after Rikishi executed his signature move on Charlie Haas, securing their spot at No Way Out. In the second match of the night, the United States champion, The Big Show, faced off against Hardcore Holly in a non-title match. The match was a rough and intense battle, with Hardcore Holly appearing at one point to be on the verge of defeating The Big Show. However, The Big Show managed to turn the tide and defeat Hardcore Holly. After the match, the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, made his way to the ring, seemingly challenging The Big Show for an opportunity at the championship. The Big Show quickly dismissed Cena, but then went for a shot at Cena. Cena countered and hit The Big Show with the FU. The third match of the night featured Kurt Angle against Rhino. Kurt Angle and Rhino had a brief encounter, with Kurt emerging victorious by submitting Rhino with the ankle lock. After the match, Kurt took a microphone and expressed his desire for another opportunity to face Brock Lesnar, claiming that there was no one in the locker room who could defeat him. Suddenly, the tolling of the Undertaker's bell echoed through the arena, and the dead man made his presence known by delivering a devastating chokeslam to Kurt Angle. In the main event, Brock Lesnar squared off against Rey Mysterio in an exciting match between two exceptional athletes. Lesnar proved to be too much for Rey, ultimately defeating him with an F5. However, Lesnar wasn't done and sought to send a message to Eddie Guerrero. That's when Eddie Guerrero appeared, attacking Lesnar from behind and then using Lesnar's own championship title to strike him. Eddie stood tall against Lesnar, saving Mysterio and ending the show on a high note. As the show seemed to be concluding, there was an unexpected twist. The winner of the Royal Rumble match, Chris Benoit, made a dramatic appearance. It was evident that Benoit was sending a powerful message to both Guerrero and Lesnar, emphasizing that regardless of the outcome, he had the authority to choose whomever he wanted to face at WrestleMania. Raw kicked off with Eric Bischoff declaring that they couldn't wait any longer and Chris Benoit needed to pick his opponent for WrestleMania. The World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H, and the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar, then made their way to the ring. Chris Benoit eventually joined them. He took a look at both champions, and just when it seemed like he was going to choose Lesnar, he changed his mind and grabbed Triple H, locking him in the crossface and shouting, "I pick you!" Lesnar retaliated by picking Benoit and hitting him with an F5, but Eddie Guerrero came from behind and struck Lesnar with a chair. Thus, it was officially announced that Triple H and Brock Lesnar would face Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero in the main event of Monday Night Raw. In the first match of the night, we saw Randy Orton facing off against Rob Van Dam. At the start of the match, Randy Orton extended his hand for a handshake, but he pulled it away as RVD was about to reach for it, making RVD look foolish. RVD responded by delivering a series of combinations that left the Intercontinental Champion seeing stars. Randy managed to escape to the outside, and RVD attempted a high-flying move, but Orton moved out of the way. Randy then went for an attack at the barricades, but RVD dodged it. RVD then picked him up and hit him with a leg drop from the apron to the barricade. It was at this moment that Ric Flair showed up, distracting Van Dam, which allowed Randy to hit RVD with the RKO and win the match. In the second match of the night, Lita faced Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship. Both women demonstrated their prowess in the ring, delivering a classic match that earned the respect of fans and fellow superstars. After countering a move from Trish, Lita hit her with a DDT and then climbed the top rope, landing the Lita Salt to win the Women's Championship. In the third match, Ric Flair and Batista defended their World Tag Team Championships against the Dudley Boys. Evolution emerged victorious when Batista executed a devastating Batista Bomb on Baba, allowing them to successfully retain their World Tag Team titles. In the fourth match, Christian was scheduled to face Booker T, but as Christian was making his way to the ring, Jericho attacked him from behind, seeking revenge for what Christian did to him last week. In the main event, the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H teamed up with the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar against the contenders for both titles, Guerrero and Benoit. The match was going well until Goldberg hit Lesnar with a spear and Shawn Michaels hit Triple H with a sweet chin music. Benoit and Guerrero both climbed to the top rope and simultaneously hit their signature moves, pinning both superstars at the same time and concluding Week 2 of Raw with their victory celebration in the middle of the ring. SmackDown Week 2 began with a singles match to determine the number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, featuring Ultimo Dragon against Chavo Guerrero. Ultimo Dragon dominated the match, even taking Chavo to the outside and hitting him with a dive. However, when Ultimo Dragon attempted his signature move, Chavo countered and secured the victory with a roll-up surprising Dragon. In the second match of the night, The Undertaker went up against Hardcore Holly. The Undertaker showcased his signature move, Old School, and concluded the match with a tombstone piledriver, defeating Hardcore Holly. However, the post-match events took an unexpected turn when Kurt Angle entered the ring. Kurt Angle delivered an Olympic slam to The Undertaker and then slipped under the ring, retrieving a steel chair. He proceeded to mercilessly assault The Undertaker, repeatedly striking him in the leg with the chair. In the third match, John Cena squared off against A-Train in a singles match. A-Train had Cena cornered, but Cena countered and delivered the FU to secure the victory. After the match, The Big Show entered the ring and chokeslammed Cena, telling him that he would get a shot at the title. In the main event, Brock Lesnar addressed the new number 1 contender for the WWE Championship, Eddie Guerrero. Lesnar expressed his belief that as a former NCAA champion and current WWE champion, he was as clean and formidable as they come, suggesting that Guerrero, a former addict, couldn't defeat him. Eddie didn't hold back, and with a peculiar glint in his eye filled with pride, he openly acknowledged that he was indeed an addict, fully agreeing with Brock's assessment. Guerrero declared that there was no way Brock was going to stand in his way of winning the WWE Championship and experiencing that high once again. The show concluded with the crowd going absolutely wild for Eddie Guerrero. And just like that, No Way Out arrived. The opening match of the night featured the United States Championship, where the Doctor of Thugonomics challenged the United States Champion, The Big Show, in a single match. Cena emerged victorious by defeating the reigning champion after delivering an FU. With this victory, he became the new United States Champion. In the second match, the Basham brothers defended the WWE Tag Team Championships against Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty, the members of Too Cool. Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty emerged victorious when Rikishi executed his signature maneuver, securing the win and becoming the new WWE Tag Team Champions. In the third match, Rey Mysterio defended his WWE Cruiserweight title against Chavo Guerrero in a singles match. Chavo Guerrero threw everything he had at the champion, Rey Mysterio, but unfortunately for Chavo, Mysterio was more than prepared for the onslaught. Mysterio sealed the victory by hitting Chavo with the 619 and then following it up with a springboard leg drop. With this impressive display, Rey Mysterio retained his Cruiserweight title and defeated Chavo Guerrero. In the fourth match, the Deadman, The Undertaker, squared off against the Olympic hero Kurt Angle. This match was undoubtedly a 5-star classic, with both superstars showcasing why they were the cornerstones of the Blue brand. However, in the end, The Undertaker emerged as the victor in this intense contest, sealing the match with a devastating tombstone piledriver delivered to Kurt Angle. In the main event, Brock Lesnar defended his WWE Championship against the challenger, Eddie Guerrero. In a critical moment, Brock accidentally struck his head with a steel chair. Guerrero capitalized on this opportunity, executing his signature move, the frog splash from the top rope. With that move, Eddie Guerrero secured the victory and became the new WWE Champion. If you enjoyed this universe mode and would like to see more videos like this one, I recommend clicking on this video right here